The moment I put my hand on the rusty doorknob, the double doors fling wide open. What exactly am I seeing here? Ew. Anime girls. History of Konohara Academy. Oh lord. Konohara Academy is founded in M-Town, H-City by the millionaire Genzo Konoe. Construction of the school building, the old building, is completed. The clock tower is built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. Konohara Academy's first headmaster, Genzo Konoe, passes away. During the Great H-City air raid, a firebomb is dropped on the school. Both the school building and the clock tower are miraculously left unscathed. The school's address changes due to the town's merger. The Konohara Academy Student Council is launched. The construction of the new building and special building are completed, and the old building is renovated. The clock tower stops working due to age. The old building is officially shuttered. 70 years of history. There were likely some tragic incidents that occurred during those decades. Does anything here give me a hint as to the departed's identity? Not really. The departed's presence. Mashnozzle. I closed the Konohara Academy brochure once I finished reading. I'm gonna sneeze. Ugh. I then take a sip of the coffee I brewed. With 5 sugars in. In 3 days since the end of Slipmouth, I almost read Shitmouthed again. Slipmouth Kashima's case, and there's yet to be a new notice. In the interim, I borrowed several documents from the school in a desperate bid to find any clues related to the departed's identity. The investigation is not going so well. I feel like I'm treading water in the middle of the ocean. I can't see the shore. Instead, my sense of uneasiness keeps growing larger and larger. Time to get going. Mr. Konoe called me in today. I'd better head to the school. I'm feeling much better today than I was last time, so I decided to take my car. After cresting the steep slope, the school grounds finally come into view. Mr. Konoe is already left by the time I arrive at the faculty room. Without any direction, I decide to go to the infirmary, but just then someone asked me to fill in for an absent teacher. I'm still not used to standing in front of a class. However, I do my best to remain professional and struggle through it, teaching a lesson cobbled together from stray bits of my knowledge. Can I ask you a question? Female student timidly raises her hand. It's not related to the lesson though. What is it? I heard you're investigating the departed. Does the departed really exist? Of course not. We're gonna ease her anxieties. Of course not. The students heave a collective sigh of relief at my reply. They've already frightened and stressed over the rumors of the departed. I shouldn't make them feel any worse than this. I believe this is the right response. Good. We made the right choice. The chime signaling the end of the class sounds. Saying my goodbyes, I leave the classroom and walk toward the infirmary. School is over. Time to start my investigation. None of the mark bearers will be here today since I didn't tell anyone I was coming. Had I just made the decision earlier, they'd all still be alive. I'm always one step behind. Mr. Konoe should be back by now. I better go to the faculty room. Alright, let's save game real quick. There's nothing to trade because... Oh, we can trade. I'm not going to get the bag enhancements. And we'll just go to the faculty room. Oops. Wow, thank you for the raid. Hello, DG. Sorry for making you wait. Has there been a new notice? No, I didn't call you because of that. I just wanted you to directly report your results on the slit-mouthed Kashima case to me. Go ahead. There we go. I gave him a general report about the slit-mouthed Kashima case. It's also been decided that the broken glass and dirty floor in the art room will be left as it is for the time being. I can't blame them considering the current state of the old building. I see, it just keeps getting worse, huh? Daimon's been attacked and the departed's identity still eludes us. Are there any clues that could help unravel this mystery? I've been digging through some of the school's documents, but I couldn't find anything linked to the departed. Mind lending me other documents of interest if you have them? I'm especially interested in the older ones. I've barely seen any, which is odd for a school that's got 70 years of history. Oh, about that. I assume you've learned that our school was firebombed in an air raid during the war, right? Aside from the old building and the clock tower, everything was burned down. That included the building that stored the school documents. Even without the physical documents, you can always ask people who might recall the history you're interested in. Do you know anyone offhand who might remember? Let's see. If the previous headmaster was still in good health, they'd be a prime candidate. He was curious about Konohara Academy's past and did some digging on his own. Where is he now? He died of a heart attack last month. That's why he's the previous headmaster and I'm the current one. Oh, okay. Say DG. I want you to be completely honest with me. Are you confident you can solve this case? I am. Depends on my luck. I like that attitude. Just bear this in mind. There are only so many strings I can pull if people continue to disappear. I'll be held responsible for the fallout and you'll be removed from the case. To put it bluntly, our investigation will be stopped. I'll remember that. That's all I wanted to say. Oop, there was actually one more thing. This morning, Doryu, the student council president, asked me if you'd be coming to school today or not. Why don't you go see her? Right, Val, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. Student council room. Welcome in, everybody. Both Doryu and Michio are in the student council room when I arrive. Hello, Mr. DG. Thank you for the other day. Looks like Michio is fully recovered. She doesn't seem sick or dispirited. Mr. Konoe said you're looking for me. Yes, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. Though I don't feel like saying it myself. Michio, can you help? You're such a scaredy cat, Hime. Alright, take a look at this photo first. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Oh, what's in the pool? Michio shows me a photo of the pool at night. I have to say, the empty water at night is pretty eerie. What is that? There's something pale floating above the water surface. The photo is too blurry for me to make out what it is, but it looks like the puffy, swollen face of a human. I was the one who took this ghost photo. The swimming club came to us to share their concerns about the pool ghost. I snuck into the school a while ago and took this picture. That's literally trespassing. Oh, come on, don't be so uptight. I did it to try and keep the student body calm. I still can't believe I managed to get the snap though. My supernatural sense is truly something else. Michio grins from ear to ear. Seems like she hasn't learned anything after what happened to her during Kashima's case. Are you telling me to investigate the spirit? Exactly. I've heard there have been a lot of strange incidents in the swimming club recently. If a spirit is behind those incidents, we have to do something about it before it gets worse. Do you mind investigating it for us? We're busy only until a new notice arrives. Thank you. Now tell me more about the spirit. Where should we start? The spirit's identity, when the rumors started, strange incidents. I believe it started after the fuss around Takai died down. What fuss? Care to elaborate? Oh, you haven't heard about that? Kyoko Takai was the first notice victim. While she's said to be missing, the rumors say she was killed by Hanako the toilet. Is she talking about Ribbon? Now that I think about it, I never actually learned who Ribbon was. Horikoshi told me about Ribbon. She used to be in the brass band club with Izumi, and the two of them bullied Hanako together. Well, yeah, I can't deny that. She was on the bad terms with Akai ever since they were first years. Did something happen between them? Oh, it was just Takai's personality. She was always an attention seeker. She'd form a clique and have them fawn over her. She really loved that. Akai was invited to join her circle one time, but she refused. Is that what turned their relationship sour? This is just a hunch, but Izumi's bullying of Hanako might have escalated because he had Takai by his side. They had a shared bond of hatred. Takai was known for a flashy red ribbon. Everyone knew she wore it all the time, and she didn't care because it was given by her boyfriend, or so I heard. She really treasured that thing. When you touched a ribbon from behind, for fun, she'd get really angry. Then her boyfriend... That's enough, Michio. You're flying off on a tangent now. Takai doesn't have anything to do with the pool case. Are you sure about that? While we still have no idea who the spirit is, some say it's a girl. During club activities, some of the swimming club members said they heard a weird female voice. Some also claimed that they saw a severed head at night, like the one in the photo. When they're swimming, all of a sudden, they feel like they're being suffocated and almost drowned. That kind of thing has supposedly happened more than 10 times. Too much of a coincidence, don't you think? Bet the spirit was trying to suffocate them with their curse. Yeah, that is too much of a coincidence. That's all we know. Please take care of the rest for us, Mr. DG. I'll try investigating later at night. Right, I forgot, wait there. Michio writes something on her desk. At her desk. Take this. This is the dorm's number and my phone number. Call me if anything happens. Or if you're feeling lonely. Michio, please. No, thank you. Jeez, Michio, don't be a weirdo. Haha, I can't help teasing him, you know. He's way too serious, you know. She's got me there. Okay. While awaiting the next notice, the student council asked me to investigate spirit haunting the pool. Several students reported having odd incidents and nearly drowning, leading to some to assume a spirit was involved. Before the incidents, a student, Takai, went missing. I also heard a voice at the pool. Library. I wonder if anything's here. I spot a familiar looking boy while glancing over the spacious library. Once he noticed my presence, he immediately approaches me with a smug smile on face. It's Abe, isn't it? Yeah, it's Abe. Well, well, look who we have here, if it isn't Mr. DG. Big congratulations to you for surviving the oh-so-terrifying slit-mouthed Kashima. I expected nothing less from the renowned spirit doctor. I was just lucky. I think so too, actually. You're blessed by the goddess of fortune. Fortunately for Mr. Daimon, he couldn't escape his cruel fate. I heard he's hospitalized at K Hospital. You sure know a lot about my situation, don't you, Abe? Don't you think it's time you tell me what sorts of tricks you've been up your sleeves? Oh goodness me, to think you would be interested in my secrets. I'm attracted to you, Spirit Doctor, and you're drawn to my mystery. We're basically meant to be. I don't dislike the sound of that. Hey, don't dodge my question. How did you... What a silly question. I don't see any need to answer that. Don't you know? What makes a mystery fascinating and captivating is the fact that it remains a mystery. Let's keep our relationship this way. I'm in no mood to alter it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Guys, so sus. With a chuckle, Abe leaves the library. I've got no idea what to make of that kid. I doubt we'll ever understand each other. I feel like I'm talking to an alien. If this is what they call a generation gap. I step out of the library after that conversation, feeling rather frustrated. The school will be closing shortly. All students, please promptly vacate the school grounds for today. I guess that's enough for my evening investigation. Let's go back to the infirmary then. Might as well wait until the sun sets. Since we're dealing with a spirit here, they should appear at night. Despite having no appetite, I forced down some cup noodles I bought on my way here to replenish my energy. Top it off with a cup of instant coffee with extra sugar. Doesn't compare to the stuff I brew myself. Coffee's still coffee though. It's a hot black drink, chock full of caffeine and chlorogenic acid. Telling myself that, I gulped the drink down. The night is getting late, time to head out. Got a call. Who's it from? Hello? Good evening, Mr. Digi. It's me, Himiko Doryu from the Student Council. Why do you need to call me this late at night? There's something I wanted to tell you. Remember how earlier I said Takai had nothing to do with the pool case? Actually, it's the opposite. Did you find out something? I asked one of Takai's friends at the dorm. Turns out Takai used to be in the swimming club. Hang on, wasn't she in the brass band club? She quit the club after injuring herself during practice. After that, she joined the brass band club. But apparently, she still often came to watch the swim club practice. I heard she asked one of her friends in the club to let her swim from time to time. Because of that, the swim club members kept away from her. So she just did her own thing. There's more though. I don't know if it's related to the case or not. Right before she died, she apparently lost her ribbon in the pool. Didn't she love that ribbon a lot? Sounds like that would have been rough on her though. Yes, I heard she was flipping out. She searched all around the pool, the locker room and the members' bags, but never found it. She was even saying she'd drain the entire pool if she had to. They were having a hard time stopping her. Did she find a ribbon in the end? Nope. And after that, the notice appeared. Doryu stops talking. I guess that's all there is to the story. Thanks, that'll help my investigation. I should be apologizing for troubling you. Please call Michio if anything happens. She'll come flying. Anyway, have a good evening. I'm still not sure whether Kyoko Takai is connected to the pool case. Maybe I'll get a better understanding once I go to the pool. Interesting. Let's see. I'm not going to read these because it just summarizes things. There's no one in the infirmary. Okay. I want to check something else as well. There are four souls in this chapter. I'm guessing this is a shorter chapter than the rest. So I need to be really aware. I need to be really thorough. I'll leave the special building and head to the pool. After a bit of walking, I arrived at my destination. The entrance is blocked by a low palisade. Obviously, given that school hours are over, it's locked. I've got to borrow the key. Ugh, no choice but to bulldoze my way through. Putting my feet on the palisade, I managed to shuffle myself over in one try. This is the pool in question. I'm not sure if a spirit will appear tonight, but let's take a look around first. Yeah, let's. The bucket and floor brush have been left out. Did someone forget to put them away? There are benches by the pool with dead insects scattered on top. More dead insects, huh? There are some benches by the pool. Judging by all the mold growing on them, these benches must be pretty uncared for. Each lane has a diving board. Find a small object on one of the diving boards. It's a tooth! Hi, Dark King. I need 3 more. 3 more in this chapter. I'm hesitant to just examine the water immediately, because I feel like something's going to happen. Thank you, Goblin. Thank you. My wife designed the model and drew it, and you can change my outfit with channel redeems. I have over 70 different costumes. Okay, I guess I'll just examine the water. I see nothing on the surface of the water, certainly not a severed head. The water is cloudy and clumps of algae float atop it. I'm guessing no one's using the pool these days due to the incidents. What was that voice? Is that a hose pipe? Who's there? Come on, please work. I aim my flashlight toward the source of the voice. There I spot a bloated ghost that looks like a drowned corpse. It's such an awful sight to behold that I can hardly keep myself from looking away. Now that I take a closer look at her, she's wearing a Konohara Academy uniform. Judging by the hose wrapped around her body, she looks like a victim of Hanako. If this is the spirit of Kyoko Takai, the missing person named in the first notice, save me. It looks like it is, yeah. I start to get strange chills all over my body. Shit, I won't be able to endure this for long. Takai keeps saying save me over and over again. It's like she's begging for forgiveness. Hanako's no longer here though. She can't forgive her nor save her. How do I save her now? The only things I can use at the moment are the bucket and the deck brush by the poolside. The bucket and the... I've got an idea. Scoop up pool water is what I'm thinking. Scoop up rubbish in the water. Scoop up floating rubbish. Scoop up rubbish in the water. I've got an idea. It might be that I have to scoop up rubbish in the water and find the ribbon. And that's what I have to do. Like, it will find the ribbon if I do it. Because she wants the ribbon, right? I tried scooping up the trash floating within the water with the deck brush. I failed. I haven't really cleaned a pool like this before, so I end up dropping the... I hurried to pick up the brush. Takai keeps saying save me and over again. It's like she's begging for forgiveness. Hanako's no longer here. She can't forgive nor save her. How do I save her now? Yeah. It could be that I had the right option, but I still failed the chance. So I'm going to try again. Will you be saved if I do this? However, all I managed to scoop was a few clumps of algae. Oh, nuts. That wasn't the right choice then. It's not the right way to save her. I need to try something else. Okay. That is not the right choice. Okay. Hanako's no longer here. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. So I don't think it's this. Scoop up floating rubbish. It might be that. Scoop up air. I don't know why scoop up air would be a thing, to be honest. Scoop up pool water? I don't think this is going to work, but I'll try. Will you be saved if I do this? Takai Spirit stares at the pool, murmuring something in a relieved voice. I know this is just a dumb hunch, but maybe I stumbled on the right answer. Yeah, that is the right answer. Scooping up pool water. There, more. Did you see there, more? I guess I need to do more to save the soul. Alright, start to get strange chills on my body. Damn it, what should I do now? Bucket. Scoop up deeper water. That one, I would think.
Yosh.
I tried putting the bucket deeper in the water before scooping. Oh. My net died again. The bucket's so deep in the water that it's quite full. I slowly lift it. I'm guessing she wants to get the bucket deeper into the water when she says there more. In that case... How's that? I scooped deep like you wanted. Takai Spirit stares at the water inside the bucket. Found it. I follow her gaze and she sees something floating inside. What's this? It's a flashy red ribbon. I think I remember something about Takai wearing a flashy ribbon. Is this what you've been searching for all this time? Looks like this is the right choice. I heard Takai disappeared while she was looking for her favorite ribbon. She was probably killed by Hanako before she ever found it. This concludes the requested investigation. Yet the night is still young. What should I do next? In the window. For some reason I feel a set of eyes on me. There's something on the other side of the window. What's that? The departed? Why were they here though? Oh, there's an unfamiliar item on the desk. This is... Oh. The departed's notice. Dear Student Council, I will kill you tonight. I'm watching hiding in the school your beloved the departed. Student Council? Do they mean Michio and Doryu? Shit, what to do? First things first, I need to check whether they're safe or not. Better call them now. First, I want to say... Take out the note Michio gave me this evening. And then I punch in the number written on the paper. Michio isn't answering. Well then, let's call the door but check if they're in the rooms. Oh. Sorry for the yawning. Konohara Academy student dormitory here. The languid voice of a middle-aged woman is transmitted into the receiver that is pressed against my ear. She must be the dorm manager. My apologies for calling this late at night. My name's DG, I'm one of the teachers at Konohara Academy. Have Himiko, Doryu, and Michio Kunokawa returned home? Hold on, Mr. DG, right? It's the other teacher who's been hitting on those two. What? Ah, playing dumb, I see. I've heard it all from the kids here, you know. They say there's a four-eyed middle-aged teacher who's been hanging around Doryu and Kunokawa an awful lot. Hang on a second, this is... My goodness, how immoral. There have been more and more indecent teachers trying to put their hands on these innocent students. Just admit it already. That's what your intentions are, aren't they? This is getting me nowhere fast. She's prejudiced against me. Why is this happening now of all times? What can I do to make her listen to me? Tell her their lives are at risk. Convince her I have no ulterior motives. Bring up Mr. Konoe. Doryu and Michio are in danger. As long as you're around, of course they are. You telling the truth. Tell me then, how can they be in danger? I'm at a loss for words. Telling her the departed is targeting them is not getting me to make us. Is not going to make me sound like a more trustworthy person in this situation. I can't answer anything if you won't give me an explanation. My job is to protect the students' privacy. The dorm manager doesn't let down her guard. Looks like I blew it. Damn. I'm investigating a case at the request of Mr. Konoe. If you refuse to cooperate, that's your choice, but I'm letting you know that he'll be hearing about it. Are you alright with that? Huh? Hold on a second. You're joking, right? Why don't you try calling him and see whether or not he thinks it's a joke? So what are you going to do? Your call. The dorm manager remains silent. Merely mentioning the name Konoe seems to be a pretty effective tactic within the school. my apologies. You see, the female dormitory has been getting a lot of weird calls lately. I didn't mean to offend you at all. I'm just taking precautions for the girls' sakes. You know that, right? Yeah, sure. Now she's finally willing to listen. So where are Doryu and Kunokawa? To tell you the truth, both of them haven't returned and it's already past curfew. Excuse me? I always warn the kids that they need to get back by the curfew, but the dorm manager offers up a bunch of half-assed excuses. She obviously just doesn't want to be held accountable. They actually left after coming back. I let them go since it was before the curfew. I didn't do anything wrong. Did you ask where they were going? No, I respected the privacy, but I distinctly remember that Kunokawa was talking on the phone before she left. Judging by their conversation, I assumed she was invited out by someone. Okay, I'll try looking for them. Oh no. Ignoring what the dorm manager attempts to say after that, I immediately hang up the phone. Good. This is bad. Stifling my mounting anxiety, I quickly tried to organize my thoughts. They got a phone call and left the dorm. Luring their target out with a phone call is a trick the departed has used over and over again. Knowing that, it's probably a sign that they've been lured back onto school grounds. I need to find them quickly. Save. They're going to be in the old dormitory. They're not going to be in any of these places, unless, maybe. No, they're not here. I didn't think they would be. The two of them have been at school somewhere, but where to look first? Place, connect, past, future. Ah, it's the corridor. That feeling just now, and that whisper. The same voice that told me to pretend to be Mr. Hirose during Slipmouth Kashima's case. Come to the place that connects the past and future. That voice is trying to guide me somewhere. Right, so I know where I need to go, but... Oh, it looks like I won't be able to explore the rooms. Okay, I'm guessing all of these rooms are, like, sealed then. I'll just try, like, this random door. Because, yeah, I still want to find those extra 3 teeth. There's something stuffed into the red rack. I need to touch the crack if I want to figure out what it is. Touch it. Some of the investigation, I need to do it. So I stick my finger into the crack. It's lukewarm and damp. The heck? Ugh. A sharp pain shoots my finger. Something's biting me. I yank my finger out to check for an injury. What? Strangely enough, there is no wound. I'm just imagining things. We found a tooth. That's 2 down. 2 down, 2 to go. It should have been summoned to the school. I need to search the area. Yep, so we can't leave. Yeah, we expressed permission by a teacher, blah, 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 yeah. They're not allowed to enter the old building. There's no one in the restroom. Okay, so we can't explore that. No. Oh no, it'll let us go upstairs. I returned to the first... Oh, okay, thank God. That's really nice that they did that, because now I don't have to explore those floors to see if I can find the additional teeth, basically. The flashlight. Just gonna drink some water. Yo. The doll again. Female doll is standing in the darkness. You're the one who called me, right? Forced the words out my tensed mouth. So, a place that connects the past and the future. It must be this corridor that connects the old and new buildings. The hell are you? The doll only responds with a hollow voice. We simply stand facing each other, both of us motionless as time passes. Meanwhile, Dorio and Michio, I feel uneasy thinking about them. Hey, what did you call me? Plabby. What's she trying to say? Place bell rings. My. The doll in the red dress disappears, blending into the darkness. What did she want to tell me? Place where the bell rings, my... What's in there? Ah, we can go to the clock tower. But what about the students? What do I do? Courtyard? Oh, we haven't been here before. Massive statue of the Guardian Fox stands here. It's darkened, which gives me the impression that it's been here for some time. Foxes might be the messengers of Inari, but this isn't the time to make a wish. I take it back. This is the perfect time to make a wish for their safety. Close my eyes and clap my hands. Hope Michio and Dory will be safe. Please. What was that sound? Fox looks the same as before. It's just my imagination. Why am I getting chills then? Nice! 1 more tooth. Falls out the fox's mouth. The explanation is really confusing, but I've got a bad feeling. Are they safe? I need to find them quickly. I need to find them, but this doll is calling to me. I don't know why. I'm worried about my students. Hi, Bruno. I'm worried about the students. The place where the bell rings, eh? There's only one possibility. The clock tower, a landmark of Konohara Academy that was built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. Having fortunately escaped the fiery ravages of war, it became the symbol of the school, along with the old building. The clock stopped working 7 years ago, so there's no way the bell can ring. But I've often heard the bell since coming here, especially on occasions where the departed's presence is strong. The bell is ringing. That scream just now, was it Doryu? She's nearby, probably inside the clock tower. The door of the grand clock tower is slightly ajar, almost as if it's beckoning me to enter. The moment I put my hand on the rusty doorknob, the double doors fling wide open. What exactly am I seeing here? Ew. Anime girls. Both Doryu and Mishio are lying on the floor in their underwear. What the hell happened here? You guys okay? Yes. Doryu replies weakly. She can't think straight. Mr. DG? Mishio groans and calls my name. Can you stand? Don't think so. I can't move my legs and arms. A huge blob is wriggling around them, restraining their limbs. It looks like a massive slime mold. I'm going to rip it off. Wait! Don't provoke the bugs, they'll bite. A swarm of insects are crawling on their skin. Some are venomous, including the centipedes. If this is the departed's doing, then these are likely no ordinary insects. There are bound to be massive consequences if I mess this up. These girls could end up like Daimon. Ugh. I better be extremely careful and take things step by step. What should I do first? Oh no! What should I do? Help Doryu, I guess. First, I rip off the slime mold that's binding Doryu's limbs. And then I carefully brush the bugs from her body. Can you hear me, Doryu? Mr. DG, let's get out of here. Can you walk? Yes. I'll help Doryu back to her feet and get her out of the clock tower. No, what about the other one? We should be safe here. I'm going back for Mishio now. Wait here. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. I return to the clock tower and do the same thing, the same exact order to help Mishio. Lastly, I scoop up their uniforms from the floor and run outside with her. God, I hope I did the right thing. Close the doors behind me and heave a huge sigh of relief. It all went well. Did it? Did it? I hope so. While the two are getting dressed, I look up at the clock tower. Is it just coincidence that they were put here? I don't think so. There must be a reason for it. And a calculated one at that. Mr. DG, we're done changing. I have to ask them what happened. Before that, let's go back to the infirmary. Once we arrive, I make them some instant coffee. Both of them sip their drinks in silence. Their faces have regained some color. Looks like they're calmed down a bit. They should be able to talk now. Mr. DG, I'm fine now. Feel free to ask us anything you need to know. That goes for me too. Despite their trembling voices, they're trying to be strong. Honestly, I'd rather not make these kids recall such painful events, but I don't have any choice. Time to figure out what happened in the clock tower. Tell them about the spirit in the pool. Ask them why they came back to school. The dorm manager told me you were invited out by someone. Who called you? It was you. Me. You asked us to help you because you were trapped in the clock tower. So he and I went out there. I think that was probably the departed pretending to be me in order to lure you out. Are you serious? Damn, they're a tricky enemy. I mean, just don't use your phone. They've already tried to, like, abduct people twice via phone calls. Like, just don't use your phone. The door was open when we arrived at the clock tower. The moment we stepped inside, a swarm of insects attacked us. They were crawling under our uniforms, so we took them off and tried to get the insects off of us. I started panicking and everything went blank after that. If they were just normal insects, I wouldn't have been so scared, but I saw some venomous centipedes among them. My limbs refused to move when I tried to escape. And then you came just when we were at the end of our ropes. You really saved our lives. Tell them what I've managed to resolve. I've managed to resolve the situation with the spirit in the pool. Thank you, Mr. DG. To think of that spirit was really Takai. So she was murdered by Hanako and then became a spirit? Kind of scary to think that a spirit giving birth to another spirit. Takai isn't the only victim that turned into a spirit. Shinji, who was killed by Kashima, was haunting the gymnasium. I have to wonder if this entire series of awful events was set in motion by the departed. Was the departed the one who sent those insects to attack us? Most likely. I saw a notice that they were trying to kill you two, student council. Why us? I might have an idea why. Do you mind telling us? So I've noticed that the departed targets fall into two categories. People directly targeted by the departed, like you, were those who were targeted by other spirits. Oh, and those who were targeted by the spirits. Everyone who's been directly targeted by the departed have all been people I'm close with. Then that means we were targeted because we're close with you. Think so. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Doryu. Sorry, Michio. You wouldn't have had this horrific experience if you hadn't asked for your help. I'm a curse. I shouldn't have gotten involved in this case. Then Daimon wouldn't have had to go through such terrible things. My chest tightens as feelings of regret well up inside. But we were saved because of you. Or you. You still saved our lives. That's not something that just anyone would have been able to do. You did it because you have the skills. Yep. The other adults don't believe in the departed. You're the only one who I can rely on to protect us. So please don't apologize for caring about us. We're really grateful to you. Michio. Thank you. Even after experiencing many terrible things, they never lose their smiles. They never turn away from the terror lurking in the darkness. Instead, they try to fight against it. I don't know if it's because they're brave or have a strong sense of justice. One thing's for sure though, what those two are doing is not something that just anyone would be capable of. Witnessing their strength and resolve has given me encouragement. The two of them shine brightly like a beacon in the darkness. Mr. DG, there's something I'm curious about. Is the departed really hiding in our school? Yes, Izumi and I said they're pretending to be a human. Do you know who they are? No, unfortunately. They're one cautious foe, disguising themselves and leaving no clues at all. Mr. DG, would you like to try deducing the departed's true identity with us? Oh, nice idea. Let's give it a shot. 3 heads are better than 2. Yeah, sure, we better try it. The suggestion piques my interest. Who knows, maybe they actually can feel the departed's presence. So the departed is targeting those who are close to you, right? How would they know your circle of friends and who you're close to, though? Since they're a spirit, they might have used their supernatural powers to figure it out. Or they might have discovered it when pretending to be a human at the school. Why do you try exploring that option? If we assume... Hang on. They might have discovered it when pretending to be human at school. Why don't you try exploring that option? If we assume they're just using powers, that won't leave us any path to deduce anything. There's only a handful of people who know about I and Shaw at the school. First up is my client and the headmaster of the school, Mr. Konoe. Since I report everything related to the case to him, he would have learned a thing or two about me during the process. Next, we have the curriculum coordinator, Sakamoto. A serious and cantankerous individual, she might have heard things about me from Mr. Konoe and her colleagues. Next, the male student named Haruki Abe. For some reason, he knows a lot about me and my connections. He called me Spirit Doctor, so he may know about the Mark Bearers too. And then we have Himiko Doryu and Michio Kinokawa. Both of them have been working with me, so they'd know I and Sho well as well. Is the departed among them? If so, who's it? Oh shit. Something tells me it's Michio. He likes bugs. She survived getting possessed. But that being said, Himiko Doryu also has that facial thing that I don't think has ever been discussed. But somebody needed to be on the phone to call them, right? These two got a phone call. Presumably one of them got a phone call and maybe talked to the other, or they both did get phone calls, I don't know. So who would be somebody that has their phone numbers? Seizo? Ritsu? Don't think it's Ritsu. I don't think it's Konoe either. Ritsu did all that overnight work stuff, didn't she? But was she actually doing work? And Abe is just kind of suspicious, but I kind of don't suspect him in a way. But also, I don't think it's Ritsu because I think it's Michio. Because the departed is fascinated with the main character, calling them husband and stuff. Ritsu doesn't really show any of that. I think it might be Michio. I think it's Michio and I don't want it to be. Oh. What are you saying? There's no way Michio's... Calm down, Hime. He's just working through options. You have to consider all possibilities. Given how I'm being super friendly toward you, I could be suspicious. You're wrong though. However, Michio was targeted by the departed. She was also attacked when we were investigating Kashima. Yeah, I'm wondering if that was faked somehow. It's hard to imagine her as departed. I don't even want to consider it. This isn't as easy as I thought. I just don't have enough clues to deduce the departed's true identity yet. I can only press on with the investigation, all the while wondering who are my allies and who are my enemies. Wait, you only get one guess? Huh? Can we go back? Because now I'm wondering if, like, you only get one guess, or I made the right call and it was just like, oh, the game proceeds onward. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'd chosen the other people, it would have gone through all of them. But if you go to Michio right away, it's just like, oh no, it just goes on. I think ultimately in every single case, there isn't like enough proof to prove any of the suspicions. Like if I would say it was Abe or Kanoe or Sakamoto, I don't think there's enough evidence for any of them ultimately. Before we realize it, a long time has passed. I can't just keep these girls out when they're already broken their curfew. Better leave the infirmary as soon as we're ready. I'm gonna save my game, but I'm gonna save my game here. Because what I want to do, final stage. I want to find this final tooth, and then I think, honestly, I might just whip through this chapter again, because there's a few choices I want to do differently and see if they're different before I proceed with the game. I want to know if there's any difference if you rescue Michio before Doryu, and I want to know if there's any difference when you choose somebody else as a suspect. After close up the special building, we leave the school. Mr. DG, would you mind sharing more details about this case with us? Maybe we can help you come up with something. Well, you have a point, but you don't want us to get involved? It's too late for that. We've already been targeted by the departed. You solving this case is the only way we're going to get our normal lives back. That's why both of us want to help you out. Please let us help, Mr. DG. Fine. Alright. It's really risky. All the deaths, grotesque occult phenomena, the fear of being targeted by the departed. My heart is overburdened with all the stress. I want to let it all out. I just want to vent to someone, anyone. So once these two press me, I give in easily, opening up like an unlocked diary, spilling the details of the incidents up to this point. How Horikoshi and Manabe were killed by spirits, Diamond's hospitalization, as well as the female doll and the numerous visions she's shown me. Something I didn't even tell the mark bearers. I feel like you shouldn't have shared that with them. Guess that's just about everything. Both of them stare at me, stunned. They must find it hard to believe me. Honestly, it'd be more of a shock if they believed it all. Mr. DG, that doll in red dress. We know her. They what? We saw her before at the clock tower, on the day we received this curse. What curse? I'm not following you. What a turn of events. I have to ask for more details. Is it okay if I tell him, Hime? Sure, go ahead. Only because I'm sure you'll believe us, Mr. DG. Alright. Michio looks serious, which isn't a side of her I've seen often. You can see them, can't you? My white hair and the mark on Hime's face? Yeah, they really stand out. To tell you the truth, other people can't see them. That's why none of the teachers pulled her up on her hair. Aside from us, the only one who can see them is you. That's impossible, but how? Now that I think about it, there was definitely something off. Doryu's never even tried to hide her mark from others, and none of the mark bearers have ever commented on Michio's white hair. Exactly. It all makes sense now. It's because I'm the only one who can see them. We've been this way ever since we met that doll. This must be the doll's curse. It was 2 months ago during summer break. We went to the clock tower for the school's 70th anniversary project. Yeah, weren't you guys planning to get the clock tower moving again? Yes, we wanted to inspect the inside of the tower before moving on with our project. That was when we saw a female doll in a red dress placed on the altar. Did the doll move? No, she was just sitting on the altar. It immediately gave us both the chills, so we decided to get out of the tower. It was too late, we were already cursed. Why they never mentioned their curse? The woes of being cursed. We actually told the dorm manager about it before, but she didn't believe us. She thought we were just being weird kids. It was really hard on us. After that, we decided not to speak about it to anyone else. Doryu solemnly casts her eyes downward. Seems like this is really taking a toll on Michio. After that, we met you. I thought I noticed you staring at my mark. I was wondering whether you could see it back then. Remember when you complimented my hair before? That convinced me you were the only one who could see these things. I was really happy about that. Michio said we should talk about it with you, but I was afraid. I was scared you'd look at us weird. However, tonight I finally got the courage. Why am I the only one who can see these things, though? I'm not too sure about why that is. Aren't there some spiritual occurrences that are only visible to you? Maybe your curse is like that. So is this another effect of my gifted supernatural sense? I recall the mark that was carved onto my body 4 months ago. It was a death curse. Undoubtedly their curse also has the power to bring misfortune upon them. Have you experienced anything strange ever since you got the curse? Like a health condition, hearing or seeing things? Nothing at the moment. I'm not sleep deprived and still have my normal appetite. How about you, Hime? I eat flesh. I'm fine too. I knew it. This curse is bad news, right? I mean, it's called a curse for a reason. Don't scare me like that. I feel like I've probably gotten all the information I need from them at the moment. Mr. DG, I've been thinking about this for a while, but do you think the departed's true identity is the doll? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. She put caution in us though, isn't she like bad news? I'm sure she's the departed. Evil spirits that were sealed in the clock tower have come out. And I'm sure that was our fault. But she looks different from the departed. If the departed can transform to a human, they can probably turn into other things too. Even this curse of ours the departed's doing, that means it should be lifted once they're gone. Michio gives an abnormally loud shout. She seems to really believe the female doll is the departed. I mean, it's very possible, but I don't think so. It's very possible. She was already investigating spirits and departed when we first met. I understand why she was doing that now. She wasn't my rival. She was trying to find a way to lift her curse. If what Michio said is true, the departed's case isn't just something that's happening randomly. There are incidents that both of us caused. Doryu, we have to put an end to this case. Please let us help you out. I've learned new information from the two of them. The evil darkness surrounding Konohara Academy continues to deepen. I wonder when that darkness will finally be cleared away and replaced by sunshine. Because the doll has been helping us out. The departed, not so much. When we arrive at the dormitory, the dorm manager is waiting for us. Given the fact that they broke the curfew and returned this late at night, it's no wonder she's beside herself with rage. But I've already learned the trick to dealing with her from earlier phone call. She's only concerned about who is going to be held responsible for all this. Once I promise her that I won't tell the school about the curfew violation, she takes it down several notches. Say goodbye to Doryu and Michio and leave the dormitory. Time to head back to Kujo Mansion. I feel like I've missed one of the teeth. I missed a tooth in this chapter and I need to find it. Bro, drinking coffee at this late at night? There I start compiling all the reports I need to submit to Mr. Konoe, accompanied by a cup of sweet coffee. How should I summarize this? If I mention the clock tower incident, I'm going to have to bring up the girls breaking curfew as well. That would betray the dorm manager and ruin the image of those two students. Guess I should just stick to mentioning the pool ghost. Black telephone rings loudly. Who's calling me this late at night? Is it the departed? Mush mush? It's me, Himiko Doryu. Oh, I wasn't expecting you to call this soon. Before we parted ways, I gave them the number to Kujo Mansion just in case. I just didn't imagine that she'd be using the number this soon. Why'd you call? Well, I wanted to thank you again for earlier. Same here, thank you for sharing your information with me. Glad it could be of help. I never expected there'd be an adult who would take us seriously. It made me very happy. Of course I believe you too. I can literally see the proof of what you're telling me with that mark of yours and Michio's hair. Does that mean you wouldn't believe us if you couldn't see my mark? No, I'd still believe you. Glad to hear that. Just to let you know, I also believe in you, Mr. DG. I know you'll solve this case. Feel free to come to me anytime. I'll be more than happy to help you out as student council president. I might be bad with all the spirit stuff, but I'll try my best. Appreciate your courage, but don't push yourself, okay? Yes, I'll be careful. I have to go take a bath soon. Good night, Mr. DG. Good night. I don't know why she had to tell him she was taking a bath. I hung up the phone once the conversation's over. I need to wash off the sweat and get some shut-eye too. Collapse onto my bed. When I close my eyes, the smiles of the two girls I saved tonight run through my mind. My tension melts away. For the first time in days, I experienced that pleasant bliss of floating to dreamland, unburdened by the past few days' events. However, I know this tranquility is fleeting at best. Once a new notice arrives, I'll have to face the Spectre again. Chapter 4. That was a fairly short one. That was like a 1 hour. Chapter 4, that. Yeah. Saving. So that's the autosave. Save my progress. Save my progress in this file. No. I'm already in the final. In this file. Yes. Yes. But I'm actually going to just whip through this chapter again. Go back. There. Because I want to see what the differences are if I take different routes, and I need to find that last tooth as well.